Hey guys, this is Ultima from S3R Gamers, and welcome back to Ultima Plays the Novelist. So, I'm left with the conundrum. I feel like Linda doesn't care. She just wants to get out. She doesn't say, she says we could go camping, that is why I brought my pack. She doesn't say she wants to go camping. She's just trying to figure out something to do. Dan said he wanted to get out of the house. So, I mean... But he mentioned specifically a bonfire camping on the beach. I'm gonna select the rocket. Now I legitimately do have to figure out who to compromise with. I think Linda and Dan would have been easy to compromise with, but Dan seems like it could be a one-night thing. I feel like... Okay, here's it. So, grab some firewood, build a bonfire on the beach. Could go camping, that's why I brought my camping pack. Again, I think she just wants to get out of the house. But I haven't given her a win, really. Dan just wants a night off. So I think Booster Bay works for him. Gosh darn it, this is a hard one. Racking my brains. Okay, I realize now that it isn't about Roger, it's about me. I have decided who I want to be. Marrying Roger will set so many things in motion. We'll be a well-to-do couple, safe and secure, with wonderful friends and loving families. I may slowly fade into being Roger's wife instead of Claire, but that'll be society's doing, not Roger's. He loves me too much to do that. But what about my music? If I'm accepted to Berkeley, what the could they just not say, like, Berkeley as in, like, Cal Berkeley, or... Why is it spelled like that? Or, unless Berkeley's like a music thing I don't know about. Anyway, I don't know what we'll do. I can't ask him to quit his job a month after he starts. But what kind of couple lives in separate cities as soon as they get married? The decision can't be this black and white, can it? Not really. Position and safety versus a crazy pursuit alone? Is there a way to have it all? Maybe. Do I even want it all? Will I ruin everything no matter what I choose? Freaking gosh, lady. It's like, oh, I have these two awesome opportunities. Guess what? Some people don't even get one of those opportunities. So maybe you should consider yourself lucky. How about that? Okay. Was Roger the guy who was living in the house after the fact? I can't even remember. Wait. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I'm so afraid I'll accidentally, like, wake him up. There we go. Roger and I talked everything over today, and it was a mistake to speak so soon. I never should have brought up any of this stuff without making up my mind first. Now I've only made things more difficult. Guess I was daydreaming, and he asked me what was on my mind. Before I could help it, it just came out, although maybe I wanted to get it off my chest. I told him I wasn't sure if it was the right time to get married, and it set him badly. It didn't matter how many times I told him that I wasn't calling it off, that I just had questions, that I hadn't made up my mind either way. All he heard was that I didn't love him anymore. Which isn't true at all, but it didn't matter how many times I said that either. He's gone off for a drive, and now I'm here in the house alone. I think I've made up my mind. I hope he gets back soon so I can tell him. Huh. Interesting. Oh man, I think the firewood and the camping gear are both downstairs. Unless her camping gear's up here. No, her oh, whoops. Okay. Anyway. So there's her camping gear. So Dan had a really good time. He's doing well, he'll get out of the house. But see, the thing is, do either of these really work with the camping pack? I don't know. I mean, with the booster bay. This house. What if I can't? Okay. Alright, Linda. You got it. Might be good for him. Maybe a small break. See, he just wants a break. I think we'll all be happy either way. Oh, he wants a small break. Which is probably better that they went to Booster Bay. Okay. It wouldn't have been a real summer vacation without Tommy getting to do something special. So I grabbed Tommy's toy rocket and drove to Booster Bay for a weekend of candy, ice cream, and roller coasters. Tommy's excitement surprised even his parents. He wore himself out going on every ride as many times as he could, and he slept in the car all the way back. Yay! See, I think everyone will be happy for that. Dan knew he couldn't make time for a long camping trip. It was important to his wife, though, so he promised her that as soon as things settled down, he would go on a trip. She was disappointed, but she knew that he was trying his best and that a rain check was better than nothing. Damn. Hit. Dan tried to work by jotting ideas in his notebook during the weekend's few spare moments, but it was no use. The break-in routine disrupted when he got lost in thought trying to remember where he'd left off, that he drifted off on the road and almost crashed the car. Oh, crap. Well, I am doing things so splendid for this family, aren't I? I'm just the best ghost ever. Gosh dang it. Oh my goodness, the bottle. Ooh. Linda and Tommy were getting worried about done what? About done? About done. Done what? Dun-duns? Dun-da-duns? Don't drop the dun-da-duns? I don't know. Oh god, are you drinking? Are you drinking again? Are you drinking? You friggin' come on.
Barb, I know I wrote yesterday, but I need your advice. I think Dan's drinking too much. And before you start to worry, let me say he's not an alcoholic. It's just because of the pressure he's under trying to finish the book. But you know Dan's never exactly been a health nut. He isn't gaining weight yet, though even that's just because alcohol kills his appetite. So he's hardly eating at night, which is another problem altogether. I don't think he sees what he's doing to himself, and I don't know how to break through to him about this. Sometimes I just want to say it's not like I have to get drunk to paint, but I know that's not the most mature way to handle it. Sorry for dumping all this on you. I just wanted to get it off my chest. Do you have any advice about how to talk to him? Yours, Linda.
Linda's getting a lot of compromise.
Oh, what if I...
Ooh. This is just getting harder and harder. I think they're doing all right. The problem is I don't think anyone's like super happy. Okay, so he was happy about the trip. So that's good. So I think Tommy's actually settling down well. I think I've hit the big points in Tommy's life. And I've hit one of his big points. But now I just... Oh my goodness.
Alan, hey man, this is gonna sound odd, but I could use some advice. I'm in hot water here because, well, I've been drinking more lately. Man, there's just no good way to write that. I mean, I used to drink and write all the time in school. You remember that, right? I guess I got away from it when we got married, and definitely after Tommy came along. But he's in bed by 8:30 every night now. And let me be clear, I'm not blacking out or driving drunk. You know I'd never do something like that. I just have a few drinks while I'm working, safe and sound in the house. A writer who drinks isn't exactly unheard of. Wow, could I sound more defensive? But here's the hell of it. It's working. It's brought back that college hunger, that energy, and in the last week or two, the book's just singing. I don't even know what I'm asking here. Maybe I just wanted to start the conversation. If you get a chance, give me a call. Dan.
Okay, so apparently alcohol is making him the best writer of all time. He's the next Hemingway or whatever.
Write drunk, edit sober. Apparently Hemingway said that. Or maybe someone else did. It doesn't matter. Because
Didn't I just say Hemingway?
To write, you have to be fearless. You have to make choices and plow forward. Surprise the reader. Surprise yourself. Make something that matters, not something safe. What does drinking do? It suppresses inhibitions. Yeah, there are typos, but that's what copy editors are for, and it's not like I'm drinking all day. I'm fixing most of this stuff myself each morning. Or early afternoon, I guess. I'm not stumbling around drunk all day and pissing myself. I'm trying to create something they'll remember me by. No one can imagine how stressful it is unless they've tried it. The pressure's so bad I just want to give up sometimes. On those nights, a drink is the only way to turn my mind off and get some sleep. When the book is done, I'll dial it back.
Hey, Mommy. Hey.
Man, Dan, you are starting to really worry me. Oh, man. I don't know how I'm going to help you out this time.
If he uses that Hemingway quote one more time, Pretty much every night, he's either super focused on his novel
Oh
or
my
too
God.
drunk for us to spend a regular night together. That used to be our time. We would put Tommy down for the night, have a glass of wine, 2 at the most, and talk about our days or maybe listen to a record. Now, I'm lucky to get 1 night a week where he's sober and not writing. Most nights he has a bourbon. No, wait. Make that 4. And I read in bed until I fall asleep. He tries not to wake me up when he comes in, but you're never as quiet and graceful as you think you are when you're drunk, and in a dark room, no less. Of course I want his book to be great, but I also want my husband back.
Hey, Mommy. Hey.
Oh my God, this family's falling apart, and I don't know what to do, guys. Man, I feel like this is what it's like to be like a parent, like a head of a family. You just like, you're just watching everything fall apart, and it seems like everything you do is like not helping.
Hey, watch this.
Oh, neat.
Oh, come on, that was
Barb,
terrible.
I know I wrote
Oh,
yesterday.
okay. Already read that. Couldn't remember.
I
You got a what? Alright. Oh, look! Their car crashed, too! Assembly time, approximately 3 hours. Required tools, Phillips screwdriver, soft face hammer, half-inch wrench, socket recommended. Yada yada yada. Oh god, don't tell me Tommy wants him to, like... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Trash bags, aspirin, salad dressing, beer, a case of beer, popcorn, Ogburn bread. You want a case of beer, Dan? That's not. Oh my god, you have a problem, Dan. I'm not a fan of your alcoholism. You should not need substances to be a great writer. I don't care if Hemingway did it, like I said, like I mentioned, like I brought up. Oh, let me guess. You wake up with a hangover, don't you, Dan? Do I have all of Linda's clues? Alright, you know what, Tommy? Let's just figure your stuff out. Where are you, Tom?
If he doesn't do it, I'll help you, honey.
Oh.
But he promised.
I understand he promised, Tommy, but, you know, it's hard. It is hard. I'm not trying to make your dad, you know, not have to be able to do it, but... Is that it? Is that the last of your memories, Tommy? Okay. Is Daddy too sad to put together my car? Oh, that's so sad.
Here we go.
He just wants his dad to put together his car, but his dad's too sad to do it.
Hey.
Alright, let's get... Oh, hey. Alright, Dan. Let's see if we can get your drinking under control, you friggin' alcoholic. You know, Hemingway is one of the greatest writers of all time. Are you one of the greatest writers of all time? Because if not, I don't know if you really should get the ability to drink. Really? Oh. 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 Ah, gosh dang it.
It's not that I don't like having fun, it's just there's a rhythm to writing, a routine, muscle memory. Trying to keep notes in a notebook isn't the same as sitting down to a blank page and feeling the silence, knowing that you've got to make that typewriter make some noise. There's certainly something to be said for getting away from your work for a bit, but there's no getting away from the book this late in the game. Only a feeling that you're not working as hard as you should be. There's a busted mailbox on Bypass 66 to prove it.
Oh, well, Dan. I guess that makes it okay, doesn't it? Pour a bourbon and work on the apartment scene. No, Dan. No. No, that's enough bourbon. Like it's just like I don't know what compromise we can even get to in this situation.
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm fine. Oh.
Why don't you stop at 2?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just want to drink more because I'm sick. That's what you sound like. A drunken fool!
So much for Ochoco. I wish I hadn't done so much
Ocho
research to find
Cinco.
sites and trails, because now I keep catching myself daydreaming about them instead of working. I still need to get out of the house. I've done the Ridge Trail probably 15 times now, and it hardly seems worth it anymore. Finding new spots is half the point. At least Dan promised that as soon as things settled down, he'd come on a camping trip. I don't like him dictating our schedule like that, but I understand the stress he's under. At least he didn't try to shut it down completely. He says he's just trying to manage things the best he can.
Yeah, there you go. You do got to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, Linda. It's your part too. You can't just rip his head off. He's under a lot of pressure. His jogging shoes are right there. He just has to make the effort. Alright. So, drunk Dan's not going to fix... Okay, you know what? We'll figure out how we're going to settle this on the next one. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for more of The Novelist.